So we're connecting to our friend Kristen, who's in Texas, in a really cool place, hot actually. And she is going to talk to us today about sea turtles. And then next week is going to talk about, because next week is Earth Week, can you imagine? And next week, talk about how we can help, and today too, how we can help sea turtles and with the plastic problem. So we've got a two-part series, hopefully to turn it into three parts. And I'm just going to turn it over to you, Kristen, and we're just going to enjoy.
Okay. All right, perfect. Thanks. So can you guys make me a host so I can share my screen?
You'll do that.
Okay, cool. So hey guys, my name is Kristen, and I am coming to you from Sea Turtle Inc. in South Padre Island, Texas. So I'm super excited that you guys are here and you're ready to learn all about sea turtles today. So today we are actually going to be talking about one of our resident turtles, our turtles that lives here full time. And if I have a chance, I'll show you some of our other residents as well. And then Monday, whenever we connect again, if you guys are able to come, that program will actually be in our hospital. We do have two separate buildings. So Monday, you guys will get to see all of our patients too. So I'm really excited that you guys are here. I have some pictures that I'm going to share up on the screen with you guys. And then as soon as I'm done, I'm going to take you outside so we can check out what our residents are doing right now. So I know you guys are up in Canada, so you can kind of picture where you are in my map of the US. But to give you a good idea as to where I am coming to you from, South Padre Island is all the way down at the southern tip of our state, pretty much as far south as you can go. We're right along the border of Mexico, and that is where our hospital is located. So I'm super excited to connect with you guys from so far away. Today, we are going to be talking about one of our residents, Hang 10. But before we talk about Hang 10, I want to go over some basic information about sea turtles with you guys. So I do have a little multiple choice question for you guys. And that question is, what is a sea turtle? So okay. Are sea turtles, go ahead.
Oh, just, Kristen, just so that you know, we're getting gray spots on your screen, and that's because you have windows open behind yours. It's glitchy today. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of gray spots. So if you can close off all your other applications, then that'll get rid of, that'll get rid of all.
How about now?
They're coming off now, yeah.
You guys, the only thing I have open now is PowerPoint.
Yeah, they'll still, oh, it's funny. There's some gray boxes popping up, not sure why. But okay, that's better.
Okay, sorry guys. So many technical issues. All right, so the options for what is a sea turtle, are they A, mammals, B, fish, C, reptiles, or D, birds? What do you guys think? See a lot of you answering the same. I'll give you guys another few seconds to get your answers in. I think just about everybody has answered already. And the majority of you said that sea turtles are C, reptiles. You guys are right. So go ahead and type into your chat box, what are some other examples of animals that are reptiles? What do you guys think? See dinosaurs coming in. Lizards, good job. Snakes, there we are. Yep, I saw a couple of you saying that. Good job, you guys. You named lots of reptiles. There's one thing that nobody named yet. If you guys get, they have big teeth. Yeah, there we are. Somebody got it. Alligators. Yeah, those are all examples of reptiles. So lots of different snakes and lizards. And of course, alligators and crocodiles are reptiles too, and all species of turtles. So we are going to talk a little bit about what makes a sea turtle. So what is the first thing that you guys think of when you think of turtles? What do all turtles have? Go ahead and type that into the chat box. See an answer coming in already. Give you guys another 30 seconds or so. What do all turtles have? All right, you guys are saying a lot of different things, and some of those traits that you listed are traits of all reptiles. So I'm really proud that you guys put that in there. Some of those things that I saw come in are that they lay eggs, they're cold-blooded. What does it mean to be cold-blooded? Blooded. Yeah, I see some answers coming in. They can't regulate their own body temperature. So their body temperature is dependent on their environment. Good job, you guys. So lay eggs you had, they are cold-blooded. You guys said that they have a spine. They are vertebrate animals, exactly right. There's one thing, let's see, I don't think, scroll back through. Oh, buddy. Mentioned it, somebody said they were covered in scales. That's another one. And the last trait to help you identify a reptile, can everybody take a deep breath? When you breathe, what are you using? What organ? Yep, you're breathing air. What organ in your body are you using? Yeah, there we go. I'll give you guys another 30 seconds or so to type into the chat. Everybody's saying the same thing. You use your lungs, exactly right. And reptiles have lungs too. Now, back to sea turtle anatomy. You guys said the first thing that you think of when you think of turtles are the fact that they have a shell. And you guys are exactly right. Now, who can tell me what a turtle shell is used for? What is a turtle shell used for? Answers coming in. Yeah, good answers, you guys. So a lot of you are saying that their shell is used as defense. It's used for protection against predators. Those are really good answers. Their shell is used for protection. Now, do you guys know what a turtle shell is made out of? Any guesses? Oh, that was a good answer. Somebody put in the chat box that their shell is made out of scutes. So if you guys look at this picture, you're going to see those little segments on the top of their shell, those little divisions. Those are called scutes, every little section. Good job. I've never had anyone guess that before. So a lot of you are saying other things too. Their shell, somebody put wood. It's hard like wood, but it's not wood. Somebody put in fingernail, exactly right. And somebody also typed keratin. So your fingernail is made out of a material called keratin, and that's what the top of the turtle shell is made out of as well. You guys still have gray boxes? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, we're still getting the gray boxes on top, and you move something over and it.
That's the chat box for WebEx.
That's the chat box. Okay, so yeah, if you could move it over to the. We want you to be able to see it though. You can make it tall and skinny by moving the. Yeah.
No, it's a small little bit. It's okay. It's okay. Can y'all see the picture at least?
Yeah.
With it where it is?
Yeah.
Yep, that's good. Okay, perfect. So their shell is made out of keratin on the top, so it's like a big fingernail. And like you guys said in the chat box, everything underneath that is a layer of bone. So they do have a spine, like we talked about, and their spine runs right down the center of their shell. Now, if this sea turtle was out swimming in the ocean, what would it use to swim? job. I have a few answers coming in. I will give you guys another 30 seconds or so. What do sea turtles use to swim? Most of you are saying the same thing. We did get one answer in the box for fins. Now, sea turtles don't have fins. That's more for a shark, but they do have flippers, and their flippers are designed for swimming in the ocean. So sea turtles' front flippers are used for power. That's what lets them swim really quickly. And their back flippers are used for steering, just like the steering wheel in a car. Now, if a turtle were to get scared, excuse me, what would they do? Turtle gets scared, what do they do? There's a little bit more time. All right, so we did have an answer that the turtle would swim. A lot of you are saying that the turtle hides inside its shell. So go ahead and type yes or no in the chat box. Do you guys think sea turtles can hide inside their shell? We have mixed answers. Some of you are saying no, some of you are saying yes. So we are going to pretend that we are sea turtles today. So we have a shell on our back. Everybody put your arms out straight to the front. Now with your arms out to the front, as straight as you can make them, try and hide inside your shell without bending your flippers. Let's see if you guys can do it. No bending. I just struggle. Sure, you guys are struggling too. Somebody wrote nope into the chat box. So go ahead and type yes or no. Without bending your flippers, can you guys hide inside your shell? Yeah, a lot of you are saying no. And sea turtles, they're situated a little different from turtles that live on land. They actually have a shell that's very flat, so there's no extra room for them to hide inside. Their flippers are also always out straight. They don't have an elbow joint like we do. So the best that they can do if they were to get scared is swim away really quickly, like one of your classmates answered in the chat box. Or they can tuck their flippers in front or tuck them behind their back, but they are not able to hide inside their shell. Now, we've talked about their shell. We've talked about their flippers. What is the last thing that a turtle needs? What do they use to eat? Good job. I see your answers coming in. And turtles use their beak. Good job, you guys. So they have a beak really similar to the beak of a bird. And depending on what type of turtle you're talking about, their beaks are going to be slightly different. Now, where do sea turtles live? Everybody tell me. Yeah, exactly right. Sea turtles live in the ocean, but these are all habitats where you can find different types of turtles. Oops, there we go. Freshwater turtles can be found in lakes and rivers. Tortoises can be found in the desert or in the forest. And then, of course, sea turtles are out in the ocean. So what we do here at Sea Turtle Inc. is we are a sea turtle rescue center. We are a hospital, so our goal is to help all the turtles that wash up on our beach here on South Padre Island get better so we can send them back out into the ocean. Now, the turtle that we are going to be talking about today is one of our resident turtles, Hang Ten. And Hang Ten has a special flipper. Now, can you guys look at the palm of your hand? I know I'm really washed out here in our video because of this white wall behind me. But if you guys look at your palm, when Hang Ten first washed up on the beach, that is how small Hang Ten was. She can fit in the palm of your hand. And this is actually a photo of her. If you guys look, you'll notice that her flipper is kind of shaped like a fork. And that is how she got her name, Hang Ten, kind of like a surfer. So she actually is the only turtle that we have here at Sea Turtle Inc. that we know her exact age. And that is because she hatched from a nest that was laid here on our island. So her story begins. She hatched out of her nest with the rest of her brothers and sisters, and they started making their way out into the water. But out in the ocean, there's very strong waves and currents, and sometimes those waves will push these tiny turtles back up on the beach. Because of that flipper that Hang 10 has, she was not able to swim against that current. So we picked her up and brought her back here to our hospital. And we made the choice to keep her for about a year. And hopefully after that time, she'd be a little bit bigger. Maybe she'd be strong enough to swim against the current. So during that time, Hang 10 did start to grow, which you guys will see in these photos. She was a pretty cute little turtle. And those little pellets that you see floating in the water are the type of food that we would feed her. Now, we talked about beaks earlier. You guys can kind of see it in this picture. If you guys look at the front of Hang 10's beak, you'll notice that really sharp point right there in the front. Hang 10 is a Kemp's Ridley sea turtle, and their favorite source of food is actually blue crabs. And that point is designed to crunch right through that crab shell. Now, I do have another cute picture of Hang 10. Blowing bubbles here. So this photo was taken probably about 6 months after Hang 10 was in our hospital. So you guys can see she's grown quite a bit. Now, the thing about Hang 10 is we did plan on releasing her back out into the wild, but because of that flipper, we noticed that she really struggled to swim. She also has issues with her eyesight, so she was not very good at hunting at all, which means she wouldn't have done very well out in the ocean. So at that point, she did transition to be a resident sea turtle here at Sea Turtle Inc., and that means that she lives with us full time. And of course, she gets fed here every day. So this is a picture. This picture was actually taken about 4 years ago, but this is closer to what Hang 10 looks like now. She's grown quite a bit. Again, you guys can see that sharp point there at the front of her beak. And the cool thing about Hang 10 is it's actually almost the anniversary of when her nest was laid. She was our number 6 nest for the season back in 2008, and it was laid on April 29th. And it had 99 eggs in it. So pretty cool information. Like I said, Hang 10 is our only turtle that we have here at our facility that we know her exact age. And that's because we know exactly when that nest was laid. We know exactly when that nest hatched. So there are lots of things that you guys can do to help protect sea turtles where you live. What are some of those things that you guys can do? I'm going to move this chat box over so you guys might see gray on my screen here. Oh, awesome. I see birthdays going in. Yeah, I see some answers coming in. What can you guys do to be sea turtle protectors? One of your classmates answered recycling. Exactly right. Recycling is very important. All of this plastic and paper and glass and tin that we use here on land, those items can be recycled and turned into other things that we can use again. What else can you guys do? Yeah, I see the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. What else can you guys do? For coming in for donate. That is a really good answer. You guys can also pick up trash. No matter where you live, of course, we are in quarantine right now, so you have to stay at your home. But as soon as this quarantine is over, if you guys even just walk around your neighborhoods, I bet all of you would be able to find at least one piece of trash on the ground. And by picking that trash up, you're making sure that it doesn't hurt the wildlife that lives around you. You're keeping the environment clean, but you're also making sure it doesn't make its way out into the water. And then, of course, don't let your balloons go. When those balloons go up, eventually they come down, right? And when they do, they look really similar to what sea turtles like to eat. So we get turtles that come into our hospital all the time that have mistaken balloons for food. We've also found them entangled in balloon string. And of course, if you guys do your homework and study really, really hard, maybe one day you guys can work in a sea turtle hospital just like me. So I want to make sure that you guys are able to see Hang 10 today. And I don't actually know what she's doing in her tank. So we're going to make our way out right now. I am actually in our classroom. So I'm going to take my tablet here off of our stand so we can make our way outside towards our tank. Now, there is one area where we are going to be where we sometimes have internet problems. So you guys might notice that I freeze just be patient, and I will come back on. There's one area in our facility that I do want to show you guys before we make our way outside, and that is this wall in our museum. Now, to be honest, I am not that good at Zoom, or I'm sorry, at WebEx. So I do not know how to flip my camera around.
Are you on an iPad or
I'm on a Surface Pro.
Oh, I don't know.
Can I flip the camera?
I haven't used the Surface Pro in a while. What did we do the other?
It's okay, I can do it this way too. So if you guys look at this wall, this has the 5 species of sea turtles in the Gulf of Mexico. This one that's right here, that is a Kemp ridley. That is our state sea turtle here in Texas, and that is the type of turtle that Hang 10 is. Full grown, these turtles are going to be around 100 pounds. Now, right now is nesting season here in Texas, which is really exciting. We've actually had our first 4 nests already come up to be laid on our island. So we're really excited about that, and we're hoping to get more mamas coming up here in the future.
This is where Kristen is probably frozen, she's just going from place to place. So this is really exciting because you got to see Hang 10 when he was born. We know he was born around April 29th, 2008, and we're going to go visit him in person.
Hang 10, Hang right.
There they are. There
when
she
I see
is.
them come in. I have to go up a lot of stairs, guys. And like I said, I don't have any idea how to turn around on the camera. Oh, Hang 10 is right at the surface of the water. So let's see if I can get over there. Sure do, guys. But she's actually swimming around, which does not happen very often. She's actually one of our more lazy resident turtles. So she just came up to take a breath. And yes, that is a good question. She is 12 years old. Now, she is our smallest resident that we have. I know there's a big glare on the water there, guys, so I'm not even sure if you guys can see Hang 10 anymore. So she is our smallest resident turtle that we have here at Sea Turtle Inc. And she's not fully grown yet. She's only about 65 pounds. So she still has a little bit of growing left to do. She's also not an adult. So they usually become adults between, 12 and 15 years old. So she's right around that appropriate age. Now she swam over to the other side of the tank. There's a huge glare, so I cannot see her, which means you guys will not be able to see her either. So I'm going to go back down these steps that I came up and see if I can't show you guys Hang 10 through the window. But if I am not able to, I will show you guys some of our other resident turtles, because we do have 5 more turtles on this side of our facility. And if you guys do have more questions, go ahead and type them into the chat box as I make my way down these stairs. Thanks for being patient, guys. Now, all of the turtles that we have on this side of our facility are resident sea turtles, so they do live here full time, and they're all here for various reasons. Here's Merry Christmas. She is one of our biggest residents. She's around 180 pounds. And then we also have, everybody is swimming around today. We also have Jerry, who is going to do another lap back by the window here in a second. I see a question coming in. What are sea turtle predators? One of your classmates answered shark is one of them, which is correct. There's a lot of predators on land too. Crabs, birds, coyotes, raccoons. So all kinds of things will go after these sea turtles, especially when they're really, really small in size. Here's a Jerry. He is one of our biggest turtles that we have here at Sea Turtle Inc. He is around 220 pounds. So he's a pretty big guy, and he is an adult male. And if he swims up, you guys will be able to see. He just went right out of frame there. But he has a very, very long tail. See if I can get that on camera for you guys. Sorry, I'm trying to do this backwards for you so you can see, since I do not know how to spin my camera. There we go. So if you guys look, you'll notice Jerry has that really long tail. That is how you identify an adult turtle as a male. Males will grow tails that are very long. Females will have tails that are very short. I see a question coming in. Do octopuses eat turtles? That is a good question. And to my knowledge, I don't think sea turtles would be a natural food source for us. All right, Hang Ten was tucked underneath the window where I could not get a good angle. So I'm going to go over and show you guys one more resident turtle that we have. And this turtle's name is Allison. And Allison is around 15 years old. She's our Atlantic green sea turtle. Question, why are they all in separate tanks? That is a very good question. So sea turtles are solitary out in the wild, which means they don't travel in schools like fish or pods like dolphins or anything like that. They stay on their own. They usually come together at feeding grounds where they're going to find a lot of food. So here at our facility, we do have 2 adult males, Fred and Jerry, and they can be very territorial of their area. So we have tried introducing turtles to their tanks in the past, and they just didn't like it. So we had to pull those turtles out. Oh, here's Allison. We had to pull those turtles out of those tanks for their safety. So now we try and keep residents on their own if we can. If we had to, we could add other turtles to their tanks. We just need to monitor them because turtles, they do have their little personalities, and some are a little more aggressive than others. Good question. So I can see if you all have any other questions coming in. How do you keep them healthy? That is a good question too. We do feed our turtles every single day, and we make sure they are getting enough protein in their diet. So out in the wild, sea turtles will eat a variety of foods like seagrasses and algae and jellyfish and crabs and clams and mussels and all kinds of things. So here we give them the best diet that we can. It's actually food grade, which means you guys could eat it if you wanted to. It's mackerel, which is a type of fish, as well as shrimp and squid. And then for our green sea turtles like Allison and Jerry and Merry Christmas, we also supplement their diet with veggies like bell peppers and lettuce and cucumbers and things like that. So they are getting a wide variety of food, which means they're getting lots of nutrients as well. Are jellyfish a predator to sea turtles? Maybe when the turtles are very small, but for the most part, turtles are actually turtles are predators of jellyfish. There we go. So Allison, you guys might have noticed something particular about her. She only has one flipper. She was actually attacked by a shark when she was very small. She has been with us since 2005, so quite some time. She's grown quite a bit. She's around 140 pounds. She actually swims with the help of a prosthesis. So if you guys have seen Dolphin Tail, Winter has that fake fin that helps her swim. Allison has a prosthesis too, and it's right over here, right up her tank. I can kind of show you guys what it looks like. So it's made out of carbon fiber, which is what the same material that surfboards are made out of. And we can actually put this to Allison's shell, and then she'll have the chance to go out and swim in that deep water. The tank that she's in right now is her nighttime enclosure. She doesn't struggle to come to the surface to breathe because it's a very shallow tank. Another question, why did you name Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas? And that's because she actually stranded on Christmas Eve. So that's how she got her name. Oh, somebody said they've been to Sea Winter. I went to Sea Winter once too. It's really cool. Allison is our easiest resident to show, especially when she's in this small tank. All right. So we are almost out of time. Did you guys have any last questions you wanted to ask about the turtles? Uh-oh. There we go.
Oh, Evan and Katie want to know, are your turtles used to people?
Oh, that's a good question. Our residents are. As you guys could tell, some of them swam up to the tank when I went up to the glass. Allison, whenever we come up here, it's usually because we are going to feed her or we are going to put on her prosthesis so she can go swim out in the deep water. So our residents are used to us being along the edge of their tank. You'll also start to see that with some of our patients once they've been in the hospital for a while. They'll swim up to the tank too where we stand to feed. And that's how we usually know it's time for those turtles to get released.
And Charlotte and Isaiah would like to know what their favorite food is at the center.
Yeah, that's a good question. So we feed our turtles that mixture of seafood. Most of them, their favorite food is actually squid.
Squid?
Calamari.
Calamari. Well, we did a squid dissection a couple weeks ago, so they know all about calamari.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so one thing that you guys might be interested in, if you want to learn more about sea turtles, I know our program was short today. Monday, we are going to be talking a lot about trash. I was able to show you guys our resident turtles that live here full time, but on Monday, Rachel will actually be over in our hospital, and she's going to be able to show you guys our little patients that we have that are here being treated so they can go back out into the ocean. So all those turtles you guys will be able to see on Monday. We also have a Facebook page, Sea Turtle Inc. It's INC. We're doing Facebook Lives every other day. So if you guys want to watch a Facebook Live, you can watch the old videos too. We have them saved. We did one today where we fed our turtles. So that might be something you guys are interested in checking out as well. The question came in of, do orcas eat turtles? Toothed whales can be a predator of sea turtles, yes. Good question.
And then, do turtles eat octopi?
That is a good question too. And you want to know what? Not to my knowledge, but that doesn't mean they might not go after them if they weren't really hungry. But for the most part, octopus aren't really a natural predator of sea turtles. They more so go after squid. But not saying they can't eat an octopus, because they definitely could.
Cool. So we'll look, thanks, Kristen, and we'll look forward to learning more about the sea turtles. And thanks for introducing us to Hang 10. And it was Alice, and Merry Christmas.
Yeah, sorry we had to do this whole thing kind of backwards, but I hope you guys were still able to see the turtles all right.
We did, and they were great. And Monday we'll learn about the ocean plastics and how it can affect those beautiful creatures. And I think the students will have a lot of things to think about after that. And Lily says thank you.
Yeah, I see all those. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us this afternoon. I hope you enjoyed learning about the turtles. And I hope Rachel sees you guys on Monday so you can learn more about trash.
Okay, thanks so much.
Bye, guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.